everybody. So I have my list of 5 qualities that I think every effective teacher should have. And so the first one I put on my list was a teacher should be innovative. And I think that teachers should be innovative because you have to change your lesson plans and your unit plans and anything you're teaching to fit the needs of your students. And so you can't necessarily use the same thing every single year and hope that it's going to work out. So you're going to have different students every single year. So you have to find what works for the class you're teaching and what works for the students you're teaching and kind of think on your feet a little bit. The second thing that I have on my list is that I think teachers should be passionate about their subject and their discipline. And I have a quote from my mathematics methods book, and it says, "To be a successful mathematics teacher, one must have a deep understanding of mathematics and passion for the discipline." And it says mathematics, but this definitely applies to any and all subjects, so foreign language, science, history, what have you, it all applies. If you're not passionate about what you're teaching, nobody's going to be passionate about learning from you. So if you aren't interested in the subject you're teaching, your students are going to get that. They're going to see that. They're going to understand that you're not really feeling it. And they're not going to understand it, and they're not going to like it. So kind of key to be interested in having a lot of fun with your discipline. As we've been talking about, so my third thing on the list is that a teacher should be engaging. And I think a teacher should be engaging because if you're not engaging, then your students are probably going to be not paying attention. They'll be passing notes or looking out the window or on their phones texting each other. And I think that if you're engaging your students and they're more likely to be paying attention, they're definitely going to be learning. If they're not engaged, they're not paying attention, then they're not learning and time is being wasted. My fourth trait on the list is I think that teachers should be understanding of their students. Every student comes from a different background, a different home life, a different culture, a different lifestyle, what have you, and you have to understand that they're going to come in with extenuating circumstances that don't necessarily allow them to get things done. If you're understanding of things like that, then you're a more approachable teacher, which is kind of a bonus trait, I suppose, that you need to be approachable. If you're approachable, then they're able to come to you when they're struggling with either something at home or the content you're teaching. And if they're comfortable coming to you and they're comfortable asking you for help for things with the content, even their home life, then they're more likely to learn from you. And if they're more likely to learn from you, then you're doing your job right. The last thing I have on my list is something that I personally can sometimes struggle with and I've been working on, and that's patience. And every good teacher should be patient because not all of your students are going to understand every concept you teach the first time around, or necessarily any concept you teach the first time around. So that means that you have to explain it in different ways, explain it for a longer period of time. So maybe you're explaining it for 5, 10, 15 minutes before they actually understand it. But that aha moment in that student is key because it keeps them interested in the topic and they understand they can understand it. They can do it, even if they struggled with, whatever discipline you're teaching. For me, math, they finally realize that it doesn't matter what their history is, they can learn. And so that's really the goal of teaching, I think. And those are the things that I think are very important for an effective teacher. Hope you liked the video.